Weeks into this Operation Metro surge, the true impact of thousands of detainments and deportations, that's just starting to come into focus of what it means. But today, Kent talked to two groups that care for animals to discuss another issue that's starting to emerge. Who looks after the pets when people are gone?
The Bond Between has rescued animals for 17 years.
This is Gus.
But Maggie Schmitz had never seen a rescue like Gus until this year.
ICE came into his home and detained his owner, and as they were leaving, the owner shouted to the neighbor, I give you permission to find a new home for my animal.
She says Operation Metro Surge is connected to at least a dozen surrendered pets, often taken in by a neighbor with little to no info about where the owner ended up.
Nope. Sorry, I don't know anything about more, which is the hardest part. I think that's the hardest part for these animals too. You know, they're scared and confused just like anybody else would be, like any human would be.
The Animal Humane Society in Golden Valley is also trying to track the impact with a new intake question.
That they were surrendered to us because of ICE-related reasons.
But Dr. Graham Brayshaw says the self-reported cases are small.
I checked it yesterday, it was 6, today it's 7, so it was another one overnight.
He says one of those cases included 3 surrendered cats.
Come on, Oso, let's go. Vámonos.
And as for the former owners of their newest dog,
They said they were leaving the country. That's all I know from the notes on it.
that underscores his bigger concern, what they're not hearing and not seeing. He says the cancellation rate for vet visits and other services have jumped by 50% in the last few weeks. And he says there are many more surrenders and strays that simply have no explanation.
And people have been more reluctant to share their personal information for understandable reasons.
In response, both organizations are also offering more temporary shelter options.
So if you know someone that has been detained or needs help caring for their animal and that they'll be coming back, our respite foster care program has been responding to some cases that way.
And for those who simply feel unsafe leaving home,
The goal here is that that would last someone 30 days.
the Bond Between is turning pet food donations into emergency food packs and lifting restrictions on who can pick them up from their Minneapolis warehouse.
Whatever's going on in your life, you need your pet. And so during these really trying times, we really want to make sure that people who have animals are able to keep them and we can support that pet ownership.
And for those who can't keep them,
In different times, these are animals that would still be happy in their homes.
these groups will be here
He's getting picked up tomorrow.
to find them a new home.
No matter where you land on the court of public opinion right now, everyone can agree that an animal like this is innocent and deserves love and care. And so that's why we're here to support the animals and support the people.
Dr. Brayshaw says there's one more way this operation is impacting animals. The Humane Society works with law enforcement across the state on animal cruelty cases, but he says the surge has strained many departments, forcing those cases to the back burner. He says they completely understand, of course, but worry about what that will mean long term. Jana.
That's an interesting point we'll have to keep track of. First, I want to just make it clear for people watching. She mentioned that Gus had somewhere to go, Gus the cat. So they have a foster?
They have a foster, and then they'll see from there. Of course, they have had adoptions already from the Animal Humane Society of those 7 animals that have now come in. These groups are also, as she mentioned, taking food donations. They need specifically a lot of cat food right now. They gave out 100 bags in just a week last week, Jana.